So again, my name is Mike McDonald, just coming out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and today's video talking about the idea of recruiting up in network marketing and how to take advantage of that while building your business. So today I was talking with one of my new business partners, and he's just getting rolling, and just kind of explaining the concept of why you want to recruit up and how that can benefit your business. So a lot of times what people do is you can look at your circle of influence or your friends or people that you know, and they're going to be on a scale, let's say from 1 to 10. So 10 is going to be the most influential people you know. They have the most success going on. They're making the most money. They have the most results in their life. They have a lot of influence, different stuff like that. So, and then, you know, obviously one would be the opposite end of that scale. So usually people are going to fall somewhere on that scale, right? And it's usually a lot easier. It's more comfortable to approach and talk to people about your business with people that are lower on the scale than you, right? It's easier. You feel like you have more influence than them. You're more successful. Or maybe in your mindset, you're like, oh, well, those people really need this opportunity. Like, I'm going to show my buddy, he's been unemployed for like 2 years. He hasn't had a job. He can't hold anything down. Like, this is the guy I want to show because he really needs this. That might be true, but those usually aren't the most, motivated people. They're not successful for a reason. So again, those people are probably not the best that you want to lead with when building your business. Now, again, don't get me wrong. Like I said, you never want to prejudge people, meaning, hey, you're not going to show them based on their current circumstances or where they're at in their life. Again, it might be that they just haven't found anything to be motivated about, so they're not doing anything with their life. They haven't found anything to be excited about or pumped up about. Or again, so you never know. There's countless stories where people were down and out. They were broke. They were financially struggling. They had just horrible things going on in their life. And someone approached them about their business opportunity, and that changed everything. They made a decision. They were going to make it happen. You can never prejudge and guess what people's desire levels are, what their work ethic is, what they're going to do. So again, don't just not show that person, don't prejudge that person and not offer them the opportunity. But at the same time, you want to be recruiting up. You want to be showing people that are more successful than you, because what happens, that, like I said, that natural inclination is going to be to talk to someone that's lower than you on the scale. So if you do recruit them, you do help them get started, basically what's going to happen is they're going to go down the scale as well. So let's say you're a 7, maybe you recruit a 6, they start prospecting, they're going to show a 5, they start prospecting, they're going to show a 4, and so on and so on. And then you're going to get into a sphere of people where they're going to be giving you objections like, I don't have the money to get started, it's a scam, those things aren't real, like businesses don't work, I don't have the time, blah, blah, blah. So you're going to just get more and more negativity and skepticism as you go down the scale when it comes to business. Quick story, I have some experience in the restaurant industry, and I was talking to different people, showing my business when I was new, and basically I was like, show people not right or wrong, they were a cook in the restaurant, and nothing wrong with that by any means, but I know financially wise they were not as successful, for example, as the general manager that ran that restaurant, the multi-million-dollar restaurant. And when I had showed the cook, for example, he thought it was a scam. He's like, oh, it's a pyramid, it's one of those deals. But then I showed the general manager of the restaurant, and they were like, oh, this is awesome, like, I want to get started, let's do this, like, this makes sense. So again, not right or wrong. Obviously, people can be in any profession or any background and be successful in business and be business minded. But, as a generality, people that are not getting the results financially, they're not as sound, they're not in a leadership position, they don't have that skill set. A lot of times they just don't understand business, and they think it's negative or a scam or whatever. They don't understand that aspect. So that's just a quick example where someone that ran the entire restaurant thought it was a good idea and it made sense. Someone that was in the bottom of the restaurant was like, oh, this is stupid, like, those don't work, that's not a real thing. So just an example like that. So again, when you're approaching people, you want to lead off with people that are successful, that already have results, that have a circle of influence, and it might be more intimidating to approach those people, but again, at the same time, most often those people are just going to get what's going on. They're already business minded, they're successful for a reason, and they understand it more. So when you're out there recruiting and prospecting, that's a great thing to teach your team, because if they're all recruiting up and you're like a 5, for example, you're going to start recruiting 6s. 6s are going to start recruiting 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s, and then your business is going to be full of, business-minded, successful people, and it can really explode. So again, if you use that principle of recruiting up, it doesn't matter really, again, where you're at on the scale. You could be a 1, for example, but if you focus on, getting those 2s, and then they get the 3s, and then the 4s, you can quickly grow your organization and be full of a lot of sharp, business-minded people. And again, it usually explodes on that level, because people that are successful obviously understand the model, they understand success. So it makes a lot of sense to do that. So again, hopefully you guys got value out of this video. If you did, feel free to tap the screen, throw out some hearts if something jumped out at you, again, resonated with you. And then if you are in network marketing and you want to improve your results of inviting people that are more successful than you, or recruiting up, and you got to get more results doing that, be sure to head on over to coachmikemcdonald.com/inviting, and you can actually download, just enter your name and email, you'll get it for free, my 14 proven keys to inviting training. So I basically go through a lot of ins and outs of how you can prospect better professionally, get better results, recruit up like I'm talking about in this training, different things like that. So you can take your recruiting and your prospecting to a whole new level over at coachmikemcdonald.com/inviting. So feel free to plug into that as well. But again, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate your time. We'll talk to you soon.